Well, good afternoon, boys. It's time to start our lesson today. All students, if you can hear me and see my screen properly, please raise your hand. Thank you, Muhammad Khalid, Ali Jafar, Khalid Ahmed, Mahmoud, Muhammad Ali, Abdullah, Yusuf Ammar, Isa Khalid, Saad. Thank you, my dear students, and now kindly put your hand down so that we can start our lesson. Well, so let's start our lesson today, my students, with the objectives of the lesson. Students, by the end of our lesson today, you will be able to identify the use of while and when. This is objective number 1. To identify means to learn about the use of while and when. And the objective number 2 is to use while and when with the past continuous and the past simple correctly. Before we learned about the past continuous, which is was and were plus verb plus ing. Also, we learned about the past simple tense, which is the verb plus d or ed or ied. And of course, you know that we have got some irregular verbs. So, and now I will ask your classmate Abdullah Muhammad. Abdullah Muhammad, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Abdullah, today, inshallah, we are going to have 2 objectives. Can you help us read the objective number 1?
Yes, teacher.
Go ahead.
To identify the use of while and when.
Bravo, Abdullah. Good reading. Now, let's go to Mahmoud Ahmed. Mahmoud Ahmed, are you there? Mahmoud?
Yes, teacher.
Mahmoud, your classmate Abdullah Muhammad has just told us about the objective number 1. Can you help us read the objective number 2?
To use while and when with the past continuous and past simple correctly.
Bravo, Mahmoud Ahmed. Good reading. Thanks, Abdullah Muhammad, and thanks, Mahmoud Ahmed. And now, students, let's go on the lesson. Let's get started. Generally speaking, while is always used with the past continuous tense, the subordinate clause, and when is always used with the past simple tense or the main clause. Today, inshallah, students, we are going to learn about while and when, how to use them correctly in sentences. Let's start with both while and when, both of them are subordinating conjunctions. Conjunctions means words that connect or link between sentences, and while and when are used to connect sentences. Both while and when are subordinating conjunctions. That means we use them to connect or join subordinating clauses to the main clause of a sentence. A subordinating clause is a part of a sentence that adds additional information to the main clause. Look here, students, we have got 2 actions. Here is an example. Look at that woman. She says, I was making lunch. I was making lunch. The phone rang. Here you can see 2 actions. When you use while to connect the 2 actions, while is used with the action that was at the beginning, action number 1, while I was making lunch. What happened? Meanwhile, the phone rang. While I was making lunch, the phone rang. Here you can see 2 separate sentences. I was making lunch. The other sentence is the phone rang. We used while to connect the 2 sentences together. While I was making lunch, the phone rang. Here, the first action is in the past continuous tense. What is the first action? I was making lunch. That happened first. The first action is in the past continuous tense. That means the action making lunch took place or happened over a period of time. The main clause, which is the phone rang. This is called the main clause. The main clause or the phone rang is in the simple past tense, and it is a single action taking a place at a point in time. The phone rang happened what time? Meanwhile, she was making lunch. So we used while to connect the two sentences together. While I was making lunch, the phone rang. What about when? Look here, we use the while with the past continuous, but when is used with the past simple or the main clause. While I was making lunch, the phone rang. That means when the phone rang, I was making lunch. They are the same meaning. But what is the difference between using while and when? Here, teacher, while is used with the past continuous, but when is used with the main clause, which is the past simple. While I was making lunch, the phone rang. When the phone rang, I was making lunch. Here I have got another example. Here you can see two actions. Both actions were in the past. The boy was taking a shower. This is the first action. Meanwhile, the phone rang. So you use when with the main clause, which is the past simple tense, and use while with the subordinating clause, which is the past continuous tense. Look here, I was taking a shower. This is a past continuous tense, was and the word plus verb plus ing. I was taking a shower. What happened? Meanwhile, the phone rang. So you can use when to connect these two sentences together. When the phone rang, I was taking a shower. Use the past simple tense after when, and use the past continuous tense after while. While I was taking a shower, the phone rang. When the phone rang, I was taking a shower. Another example. Here, students, you can see two girls. You have to use while or when. Look here, the girl number 2 says, I was doing homework. I was doing homework. That action is what happened at the beginning. Action number 1, I was doing homework. What happened? Meanwhile, her friend phoned her. She phoned me. So we have got two sentences. Action number 1, the past continuous, I was doing homework. The action that happened meanwhile, or action 2, she phoned me. This is past simple. We can connect these two sentences together using while or when. In case you use while, use the past continuous tense or the first action after while. And in case you use when, use the past simple or the action that happened later after when, like this. When she phoned me, this is the main clause. When she phoned me, I was doing homework. On the other side, we use while with the past continuous. While what, students? Now, all students, I want you to turn on your microphones. What is the sentence that will come after while? While what?
I was doing homework.
Excellent. While I was doing homework. Bravo,
She
students.
phoned me.
Excellent. So, generally speaking, students, we use the past simple after when and the past continuous after while. But make sure that you use the past continuous to describe the action that happened at the beginning, and use the past simple tense to describe the action that happened later or after action number 1. Now, students, we are going to practice. Choose while or when. All students, feel free to turn on your microphones to participate in this activity. Choose while or when. Look here, students. This girl, She is Susan. Susan broke her leg. This is the past simple. Broke. Susan broke her leg. What? She was riding her bike. When she was riding her bike or while she was riding her bike?
When.
So some of you says the answer is when. Look here, what comes after the blank or after the space?
Why?
Yeah, here after the space you can see she was riding her bike. This is the action that happened at the beginning. This is the past continuous tense. With the past continuous tense, we use what? When or while? Students, if you would like to participate, turn on your microphone.
Yes, teacher. Why?
While. The answer is while, and this is the correct answer. Bravo. Susan broke her leg while she was riding her bike. Good. The next one. Look here. What? While or when I was playing, my mother called me. Here, students, you can see two actions. I was playing, this is the past continuous tense that was happening or what happened at the beginning. What happened meanwhile? My mother called me. So, what do you think is the correct answer? While I was playing or when I was playing?
When I was playing.
When.
When?
When I was playing.
Again, students, we use while with the past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is was and were plus verb plus ing. Was and were plus verb plus ing. The action what was happening at the beginning. She was playing and then her mother called her. She was playing at the beginning. What do you think is the correct answer here? Students, what? While. Yeah. While I was playing. While I was playing, my mother called me. Good. Let's go to the next one. He fell off the ladder. What? When or while he was climbing a tree. The next part of the sentence is past continuous. The second half of the sentence is past continuous. He was climbing a tree. What do you think is the correct answer? When he was climbing a tree or while he was climbing a tree?
While.
While. Yeah, this is the correct answer. He fell off the ladder while he was climbing a tree. Let's go to the next one. Look here. Start your sentence with when or while. What do you think is the correct answer? When she arrived or while she arrived, I was waiting here. Past simple. When, yeah. Bravo, this is the correct answer. When she arrived, I was waiting here. Good. Use while or when. What were you doing? What? You heard the news.
While.
What? No, look here after the space you can see you heard the news. This is past simple tense and we use when with the past simple tense. What were you doing? Again, what were you doing? What?
When.
When you heard the news.
While.
Yeah.
While.
No, when, not while. What were you doing when you heard the news? So students, if you have got two different subjects, two different actions or situations, the rule will be like this. While in this case, if you have got two different subjects and two different actions or situations, while is used with the past continuous and the second half of the sentence is also past continuous. Like what, teacher? Let's have another example. Here, students, you can see the grandpa, he was reading the newspaper and the family were reading a story. Here you can see two different actions, two different situations, two different subjects. Here in this case, use while with the past continuous and the second part of the sentence also is past continuous. While my grandpa was reading the newspaper, we were reading a story. Past continuous, past continuous. Okay? Another example. Look here, The mom was cooking, and the son and the daughter were doing the washing up. Here you can see two different subjects, the mother and the children. Two different actions. She was cooking, they were doing the washing up. In this case, use while plus past continuous, and the other part also past continuous. While mom was cooking lunch, we were doing the washing up. So let's have a practice. Choose while and when. Again, students, get ready. You can turn on your microphones. Participate answering this question. What? He was dyeing some eggs. Dyeing here means coloring. D-Y-I means to color. What? He was dyeing some eggs or coloring some eggs. Sarah was reading. Here you can see two subjects with two different situations. What do you think is the correct answer? When he was dyeing some eggs, or while he was dyeing some eggs?
Why?
Yeah. No, while, because we have got two different subjects. Two different situations. The correct answer is while. أثناء ما كان هذا الولد يلون البيض، سارة كانت تقرأ. Two different situations. While he was dyeing some eggs, Sarah was reading. So, another example. When or while he was sweeping the floor and was resting. Two different people, two different subjects, two different situations. What do you think is the correct answer? When he was sweeping, while, yeah, while he was sweeping the floor and was resting. Excellent. The next one is while or when. What? I was washing my hands, Sue was singing. So, students, the correct answer here is while. While I was washing my hands, Sue was singing. Why, teacher? While, because we have here two different subjects, two different situations, two different actions. While I was washing my hands, Sue was singing. Another example. While or when. Students, get ready. I was playing what? My mother was cooking. Two different people, two different situations.
While.
While, bravo. I was playing while my mother was cooking. Good. So students, I have got an activity using, you have to use while or when. Today, inshallah, I will send you this link on educational portal and on Teams to do it in your free time. But for now, let's do it together here on Teams. All students, get ready. You have to choose between the simple past or the past continuous. Students, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Good. Let's start with number one. It, what, when, I, another space, this morning. It rained, raining, was raining, when I got up, was getting up, did get up this morning. Your choice depends on when or while. Look here, we have got when. We use the past simple after when. When I. Which one is the past simple here, students? When I got up, when I was getting up, when I did get up. When plus past simple. Students, all students, you can turn on your microphones and participate answering the activity.
Get up.
Got up.
Good. Yeah, when I got up, this is the past simple. So what was happening when I got up this morning? When I got up, it what? It rained, raining, was raining.
It was raining.
What?
It was raining.
It was raining.
Excellent. When plus past simple, and the first action past continuous. It was raining when I got up this morning. Bravo. Number two. When my dad, look here students, we start with when. When plus past simple tense. When my dad, what? Arriving, arrived, was arriving home.
Arrived.
What?
Arrived.
Arrived. Yeah,
Arrived.
when my dad arrived home, what was happening when my dad arrived home? We were having, or
We were
we were having, excellent, past continuous tense. When my dad arrived home, we were having a dinner. The first action is they were having a dinner and meanwhile their father came or arrived home. Bravo. Number 3, the neighbors. Neighbors what? Loud music. When I what? The police. Look here students, when is used with the past simple tense. When I calling, called, was calling the police.
Cold.
Cold, excellent. So the neighbors, what were the doing? What were the neighbors doing? The neighbors playing, played, were playing.
Playing.
So what about the auxiliary verb?
We're playing.
We're playing there. The neighbors were playing loud music when I called the police. Here, students, the neighbors were playing music or loud music. This is the first action. What happened later or meanwhile? I called the police. 4. She what? Her leg. While she what? Her bike. Look here, students, you can see. Wait, you can see here, students, the connecting word while. While is used with the past continuous. While she rode, was riding or riding.
Was riding.
While she was riding her bike. What happened while she was riding her bike? She
broke her leg.
She broke her leg. Yeah, excellent. She broke her leg while she was riding her bike. Number 5. While. Start with while. Yes, you can start with when or while, but make sure you use the past continuous after while and the past simple after when. While they what? While they what? We're watching. Excellent. I think the answer is was watching.
We're watching.
We're watching, yeah, because here you can see the subject they, plural auxiliary verb. While they were watching a horror movie or film, they what? A strange noise. Heard past simple, excellent. While they were watching a horror film, they heard a strange noise. Number 6. He what? Sick. While he what? In the pool. Look here, students, while he swam, was swimming. He plus was plus verb plus ing past continuous, because we have got the connecting word while he was swimming in the pool. So what happened? What did he feel when he was swimming in the pool? He felt sick. Was feeling sick or feeling sick?
He felt.
Felt, excellent. He felt sick while he was swimming in the pool. 7. I homework when the lights what out. So students, I will leave this here without choices and I will let you to think about a correct answer here.
I was making my homework when the lights
went out. Who is speaking?
Mahmoud.
Abdullah?
Mahmoud.
Mahmoud who is your second name? Mahmoud again, Mahmoud?
Mahmoud Ahmed.
Mahmoud Ahmed, excellent answer. Look here students, I was doing my homework when the lights went out. Excellent, Mahmoud. Students, look here, Mahmoud used the past simple after when, and the other part or the second half of the sentence past continuous. I was doing my homework this is the first action. What happened at the beginning? I was doing my homework. What happened meanwhile? The lights went out. So he used the past simple with when, and the second part is past continuous. Bravo Mahmoud. Number 8. The police what him while he bought a TV from a store. The police caught him or was catching him or catching him. While
Caught.
the police caught him while he was a TV stealing. Yeah, he was stealing a TV from a store. Bravo Salim, bravo Mahmoud. What about the rest of the students? All students in the class, you have to take part in the activity. I want to listen to your answers. Ahmed?
Yes, teacher, there was noises in my house, but no, it's okay.
Okay, now listen to Ahmed. Ahmed, can you help us do number 9? When I look here, Ahmed, the sentence starts with the connecting word when. When I see them, saw them, was seeing them.
No. So.
So, bravo Ahmed, bravo Salim. When I saw them, they were doing what? They sat under a tree, sitting under a tree, were sitting under a tree.
Sitting.
Yeah.
They were sitting under a tree in the park.
Yeah, because when I saw them, they were sitting under a tree in the park. Okay? Yeah, because we have got here the connecting word when is used with the past simple, and the second half of the sentence is past continuous. When I saw them, they were sitting under a tree in the park. So students, let's do the last one. Number 10. He bought his favorite sunglasses while he was in the mountains. He was losing his favorite sunglasses.
He lost.
He lost his favorite sunglasses while he what? Was skiing, skied or skiing?
Was skiing.
Was skiing. Excellent.
Was skiing.
Skiing. He lost his favorite sunglasses while he was skiing in the mountains. Bravo students, bravo Mahmoud, Ahmed, Salim, all students who participated during the activity. Thanks to you all. So students, here, as you can see, we use while plus past continuous, the first action, and when is used with the past simple, the action that happened or occurred later, or meanwhile, the first action is happening. While I was walking in the street, it started to rain. When it started to rain, I was walking in the street. I was driving my car when an accident happened. While I was driving my car, an accident happened. We use while with the past continuous, and the when is used with the past simple. So students, get ready to do the second activity. It's more simple than the first activity. Here, students choose only from when or while. I think it's easy. It's a piece of cake. So students, get ready. Number 1. The students were doing an exercise. Look here, students. Past continuous. The students were doing an exercise. What? The bell rang. When the bell rang or while the bell rang?
When.
Excellent. When the bell rang. When the bell rang. The students were doing an exercise when the bell rang. Number 2. I saw an accident. What? When or while I was waiting at the bus stop?
While.
Yeah. Why while? Because here we use while with the continuous tense. I saw an accident while I was waiting at the bus stop. Bravo. Number 3. What? She was writing an email. This is the first action. Her computer turned off. What happened while she was writing the email? The computer turned off. We use the past continuous with what? When or while? While. Bravo. While she was writing an email, her computer turned off. 4. He fell down. This is the action that happened later. He fell down. What about the first action? He fell down. What? He was climbing a tree. When he was climbing a tree, course, no. While he was climbing a tree.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
What?
He was climbing a tree. This is the first action. We use while with the first action while he was climbing a tree. What happened later? He fell down. So, students, in number 4, in sentence number 4, can you use when instead of while? All students, can you use when instead of while?
Teacher, can I come?
Yes, Salim, go on. Okay, Salim, go on. Students, can you replace? No, I want you to replace while with when. Here the sentence is, he fell down while he was climbing a tree. Could you use when instead of while? Use when instead of while. Use when with the past simple. Which is the past simple here? He fell down. So you can say when he fell down, he was climbing a tree. Okay? So let's try in another sentence. Let's go to number 5. Which one is correct? When or while my mom came home, my sister was sleeping. The first action is the sister was sleeping. What happened later or meanwhile? Mom came. So when my mom came or while my mom came?
When?
When my mom came home, my sister was sleeping. And here you can use while. Yes, we can use while. Look here, my mom came home while my sister was sleeping. When is used with the past simple, when my mom came home, and while is used with the past continuous, while my sister was sleeping. Number 6, students, get ready. We found some old photographs. What? We were tidying our room. When we were tidying or while we were tidying?
While.
Yeah, good. While we were tidying our room. So students, the same question again. Could you use when instead of while? Sure, we can use when instead of while. Put when with the second part, with the past simple. When we found some old photographs, we were tidying our room. Okay, students, number 7. What about number 7? What do you think is the correct answer? When or while you called me last night, I was studying for the test. When? Bravo. When you called me last night, I was studying for the test. Bravo. 8. I had a bad dream. What? I was sleeping on the sofa. While or when?
What?
Yeah. While. Good. Yeah, I had a bad dream while I was sleeping on the sofa. This is the first action. I was sleeping on the sofa. This is number 1. Past continuous, use while. And what happened later or meanwhile? I had a bad dream. Number 9. What is the correct answer? When or while the fire alarm went off, we were listening to music. This is the first action. What happened later or meanwhile the fire alarm went off? When or while?
When?
Yeah, past simple. The action that happened later. When the fire alarm went off, we were listening to music. Excellent, students. The last one. Yes, Ahmed?
It is when because fire alarm went off.
No, I mean with one, the first action. We were listening to music. This is the first action. This is action number 1. What happened later or meanwhile the fire alarm went off? So this is the past simple. We use when with the past simple with the action that happened later. Okay, Ahmed?
Okay.
Students, the last one. She started to cry. Started, past simple. While or when she was watching a movie. This is the first action, action number 1. We use when or while with the first action.
She was watching. While she was
While.
watching.
While she was watching a movie. Excellent. Why? Again, students, and this is the last for today, we use while with the past continuous was or were plus ing, and use when with the second action or the action that's happened meanwhile, we used with the past simple. Students, with this, we reach the end of the class. This is the end of our lesson today. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Have a nice day and goodbye.
إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.